Hello Intuiface users. If you're watching this video today, it means that you have opened our new dad jokes voting machine sample in the marketplace, and you may have clicked on this banner, these instructions to create your own dashboard to see your own ranking here in this experience. So we're going to see how to build these three charts or two charts and this number here based on the one single event which is logged in this experience. First, we need to understand what exactly is logged, what happens within the experience. So there's a little joke. Thank you, Geoff, for the idea, for the inspiration about this sample. Let's put a 4 because we are pretty nice with this one. And so whatever note you pick, everything will happen only when you click on submit. We'll see that in Composer in edit mode. So let's submit a 4 and see what exactly happens. Yeah, thanks, Geoff. Okay, let's switch to edit mode. That's the exact experience you can download directly in our marketplace for free. And as I said, this submit button, which is hidden for the moment, everything happens here, everything being one single action, log event based on the data tracking. So everything goes to the analytics platform. That's one event has a name, rate joke, and has one parameter, which is the rating, being 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, depending on something built in experience. So basically, which button was selected. So rate joke is the event name, rating is the parameter. Okay, let's jump to our analytics dashboard. So manage analytics dashboards, you're here. As soon as you've run the experience a couple of times on your account, you will get some data because this sample contains the analytics interfaces. So I'm logged in on our samples account, so we have some data. Let's create a new dashboard. By the way, this one, that's the one you see in the sample. So let's create a new one. Let's say that's the dad jokes video dashboard. It's empty for now. We will add these three charts. So the first one, actually, let's start with the basic number. It's pretty the most simple one. So we want a single value like this, and we want to show how many jokes were rated. So how many events were logged with the name job rating or rated joke. So let's first start with counting the events. Okay, so we counted 345 events over the last 30 days on this account. Now I'm going to add a filter on that. On my event name, now I will see all the event names I have logged, and I will focus on this one, rate joke. I rated, or someone rated 23 jokes on this one. To make it look nicer, let's maybe remove the title and add a little formatting, like something like jokes rated. Sounds good. Let's say that that's the first chart. We will put that full width, and we will see why in the next step in Composer when we include the dashboard in Intuiface. First one, pretty easy. Let's go with the second one. We will go with the average rank. So for the next one, I'm going to create a gauge. I will use this one. So again, the event, we know the one it is. Now we need the parameter, we need the value, the actual rating. So if we scroll down our custom parameters, you may have less than these ones. We have many samples logging events on this account. So rating, that's the one coming from our sample, the dad joke sample. Let's measure that. Right now, it's doing a sum of all the rating. What we want is, so you can click on this drop-down list and select average. So the average seems to be 3. Of course, the scale is not the right one, so we can adjust that. Again, let's open the gauge options, the chart options. So formatting, these are the ranges. So let's go with 5 ranges from 1 to 2 to 3, 4, and to 5, which are the 5 possible values. And let's put some colors. Let's go with a red, orange, yellowish, green, and blue-green. Mm-hmm. Looks better. Okay, we are at 3 point something. Sounds good. Maybe I will add a little suffix here. These are stars. So we have the 3 stars down there. We could adjust and get some, yeah, 3.5 sounds better. And on the axis, which are all the figures here, let's also add a decimal here. That looks good. And now we put a title here. So that's my average rating. The chart looks good. You could change the color, maybe put the green at the end. I won't argue on colors here. Let's save that and again, make it full width. So that's 2 out of 3. The third one was the pie chart with the distribution. So how many people voted 2, how many people voted 5, etc. Let's add a new one. So I'm always using here to create a new chart from scratch because we are not using default composer events. We are not using scene entered, scene left, experience started, these kind of things. We're using our custom event, joke rated. So we want to create a pie chart. Let's go with the 3D pie. And what we want to do is to measure our rating and based on the rating dimension. Now again, it's doing a sum. So if I put my mouse here, I see a 15. That's not what I want. I want to count how many times each value was selected. So we have 5 times the rating number 3, which makes more sense than the 15 value we had earlier. So let's maybe just change the title, rating distribution. Sounds good. There we go. So we have our 3 charts. We have the title here. Now to embed this dashboard within the experience, we're going to share the dashboard to create a sharing link. So at the very top of the dashboard page, I can click the share button, create share. I will adjust these options. I don't want to see all these things, the name, logo, description. I want something very simple. So I'm unchecking all these properties, copying the URL, and let's try that in a regular browser first. Okay, that's exactly what I need. Sounds good. And imagine that within Composer, this would be stretched down to the width of the web browser within the experience. So when you have created this dashboard and you have this link in your clipboard, just go back in Intuiface, and because we made things pretty easy, you just need to open this Excel file. Everything is set up here. So that's the Excel file. It has a dashboard tab here. There's a link. Just delete this link, put your own link. Save the Excel file, close it. And if we start the experience, go back in our play mode now, we should see our new dashboard with the number first, then the scale, then the pie chart, and of course you would remove this instructions box here. That's it for today. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask on the community or on the support website.